ich bin's wieder, Käse, nein, heran. Hier beim Let's Play von Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor Path. Und beim letzten Mal hat sich Courtney auf unsere Seite gestellt, um gegen diesen Mann jetzt vorzugehen. So. Oh ja. Du scheinst mir wirklich mörderlike zu sein. Also dann. The victim, Jill Crane, was a member of the Prosecutor Investigation Committee, you see. Personally, I didn't really know her that well, you know. Either way, it's not like I had a motive to murder her, you know. I have no idea why she was pursuing me, you see. You intend to deny your guilt until the bitter end, don't you? Of course he does! There's no way Pops could be the criminal! I mean, he's my Pops, you know? He's the very best, like no one ever was. Ja, und catch them is he a real test, to chase them is his cause. Oh Mann, das ist so lächerlich. Yes, Sebastian, if you're gonna stick up for me, be sure to have a clear basis, you know. Alright, I got it. I'll clear you of these false accusations, Pops. I believe in you, Pops. We won't lose to someone like Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, you really are pure, you know. That person, he really loves his father, doesn't he? However, one must be able to accept the mistakes of their father. No matter how much they make you look up to him. Each person must atone for their crimes, no matter who they are. This is going to be hard for Sebastian, but I simply cannot overlook his father's crimes. Nee, das können wir echt nicht. Ach, scheißen wir jetzt mal auf Sebastian. Bringen wir jetzt mal seinen Vater zur Strecke. Entkräftung! Regarding Jill Crane. Okay. So you're saying you weren't very familiar with the victim? That's right. I didn't even know about the burn mark on Crane's hand, you see. You didn't know about the burn mark? Well, you see, even if I had gotten close to her, she would have disappeared too. It's a pain to remember someone, you know, when they're just gonna disappear, you see. In other words, anyone who defies him disappears. I would like you to add your statement about the victim's burn to your testimony. Only just learned that she had a burn mark on her hand, you see. Hey? So you're saying that you didn't know about the victim's burn. Is that really the truth? You really are persistent, you know. Do you really think I would pay attention to every little wound on a woman's hand? I would think the burn mark on the victim's hand would be hard to miss. Now that you mention it, Jill Crane would regularly wear gloves. I too did not know about the burn until the incident occurred. Jill Crane regularly wore gloves. I thought so. She was probably trying to hide the burn mark, you see. I understand how sensitive a woman can be about these things, you know. I would like you to add your so-called sensitive understanding of a woman to your testimony. Maybe she was always wearing gloves in order to hide the burn mark, you know. Okay. Ja, about that. Ich denke, Oh, so geht das nicht. Aber das Plüschtier sagt was anderes. Jill Crane regularly wore gloves. If that is true, then it creates a huge contradiction. Oh, a huge contradiction, you say? I would like you to listen to the voice recorded on the stuffed animal one more time. And I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. Silence, huh? I've been waiting for my chance to get revenge all this time. We were under the impression that this was the moment when the victim was murdered. I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. We thought that this statement was said by the culprit. Isn't that fine? What's the problem, you know? There's a huge problem with that. If the victim had been wearing gloves from the start, it would have been impossible to see the burn on her hand. Objection. Gloves come up very easily, you know. She could have taken them off during the auction. That's not true. Miss Crane had been wearing her gloves when I took her place. She must have been wearing them before she was murdered. What are you saying? Don't you understand the position you're in? I'm not scared anymore. I have Granny here with me. Blaze, your day of reckoning has finally come. Somehow it seems like you all want to disappear. Permanently! The only one who will be disappearing here is you, Blaze the Best! Hey, how dare you say that to Pops? Does it really matter if the burn mark was visible or not? It certainly does matter. If the burn mark was visible, then we had a complete turnabout of the situation. What are you saying? If the victim's burn mark wasn't visible, what exactly does that tell you? Wie wär's, wenn der Täter auch eine Brandnarbe hat? Sebastian, turn your way of thinking around. If the victim was wearing gloves, then her burn mark could not have been seen. In that case, whose burn mark was seen? Someone else's burn mark? Precisely, the culprit must have had a burn mark as well. In other words, I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn mark from me. The person who said this was not the culprit, but the victim. What? Objection. Sebastian, could you please step aside? Edgeworth, all your reasoning up till now was just a figment of your imagination, you know? The culprit had a burn mark. Where was it, you know? If you can't answer that, then your logic doesn't hold up, you know? Where was the culprit's burn mark? I wonder where the burn mark could have been. During the auction, wasn't everyone wearing a disguise? Indeed, during the auction, everyone should have been dressed in a particular way. If the burn mark was still visible under those conditions, then... Oh no, why don't you show us? Where was the culprit's burn? You'll have to show me the proof, you see? Was haben wir denn da? Mass passive. Ah. I see.
Ich klopfe mir hier gerade auf meinen Arm. Genau an der Stelle, wo meine Tätowierung ist. It was what the conductor was wearing during the auction. In other words, the outfit you were wearing at the time. What could you figure out from the clothes alone? The conductor has been wearing a white suit, white gloves, and a mask. His attire had covered up most of his skin. However, according to Miss Jensen's testimony, the conductor's mask exposed a small part of his face. In addition, while she thought there had been a tattoo there, it's possible that she simply mistook the burn mark for a tattoo. A burn mark on his face? What's all very scintillating, but I'm afraid you're getting excited over nothing, you know? None of the PIC members have any burn marks on their faces, you see? Naturally, that includes me as well, you know? Huh? Pops? But... Sebastian, could you please be quiet? If you're an idiot, then act like one, you know? Okay, also, spätestens dann, Sebastian! Meine Fresse! Checkst du ihn nicht? Dein Vater ist ein verdammter Mörder! Also... Ah! Normally, Sebastian is a nuisance to everyone around him. But this time, I owe him my gratitude. That reaction from Blaze's own son. It reveals the truth more clearly than anything else. Thanks to him, I'm confident that my reasoning is correct. I know who that unidentified piece of evidence belongs to. I wonder what's wrong with that prosecutor. Usually, Sebastian is slower to arrive at the truth than anyone else. However, this time he has probably figured it out. His own father is a criminal! Since he knows the truth, he's in pain, isn't he? If he didn't know the truth, he could have remained blissful in his ignorance. Okay, we are here in order to pursue the truth. It doesn't matter what path my reasoning takes. The important thing is to arrive at the truth. Once before, when I lost faith in my reasoning, you said that to me and showed me the way. This time, I shall show you the truth. You are innocent. I also want to know the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me. Yes, that's the spirit. Ha 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 ha! That's impossible, you know, for all of you. I mean, just where could I possibly have a burn mark? It's nowhere to be found, you see. There's no evidence to prove that I'm the culprit, you know. That's right. There's no contradiction at all. There's no way there can be a contradiction. Not for my pops. Sebastian, I understand why you don't want to admit it. However, if you avert your eyes from the truth, you will regret it forever. Pops, what should I do? Huh, I really wonder why you're such an idiot, you know. Sebastian, if you really wanna save me, you'll have to try a little bit harder, you see. Gotta use your head, you know. Honestly, you really are a useless idiot. No way. But I tried really hard. I tried my best, Pops. I went to the school you told me to go to reach the top of my class, just like you told me to. Just look at this jacket. Only someone who graduates at the top of his class gets to wear it. I did everything you told me to do. That's how I got to be the best at the academy. I even won all those awards, just so I could be like you, Pops. Objection. You really are such an idiot, you know. You know those gold stars you got on your tests? I made the teachers give them to you. Okay. Every speech and debate contest, all of the judges were my friends. You know, Sebastian, if you weren't even able to notice something like that, you're really not worthy of being called my son, don't you think? Und da rennt er heulend raus. Alter. Oh, even my son has disappeared. Oh my, it's enough to make me cry, you know? Abschaum! He was trying his best for me, and yet he was totally useless, you know? You are truly a despicable person! As the chairman of the PIC and as a father. Even I feel sorry for that foolish prosecutor! Poor Mr. Prosecutor. Blaze the best, you, just what do you think of your own son? He's just a useless pawn, you see? Well now, maybe you should look in the mirror before you criticize me, you know? I mean, even you also used Sebastian to get close to me, didn't you? I cannot deny that. However, he is not a mere pawn. He always tries to do his very best, even if the results aren't up to par. I've seen just how hard he tries, and yet you refuse to even acknowledge it.
Objection.
That kid's no good, you see. No matter what he does or is told to do. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave this offering to the goddess of law to you. Deliver her divine judgment against Blaine the best. Blaze. Yes, that was my intention, from the beginning. If there was a burn mark on the conductor's face, then Blaze the best must be hiding it. What was he wearing during the auction? That is the key to revealing the truth. Well then, allow me to hear your answer. Please show the piece of evidence that proves the culprit had a burn mark on his face. Und dieser Sache gehen wir im nächsten Part an. Oh, Alter. Jetzt tut mir Sebastian doch etwas leid. Na, was heißt denn etwas? Er tut mir völlig leid. Oh Mann. Das hat echt keiner verdient. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen, aber aus meiner Seite. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal. Sehr geil.